If you are Igbo, don't invest in this property. Don't buy into this estate. I repeat, don't buy into this estate. Go back to your state and develop your state. Now, this is the comment I have gotten in almost all my product videos, my Lagos product videos or project videos on social media. And I really understand their fears. I really understand the fears of the Igbos right now on investing in properties in Lagos State, properties that are away from home, especially Lagos State. In fact, I thought I have seen it all until a client of mine sent me a video of the Ajao Estate building demolition, the 13 residential buildings that were demolished in Ajao Estate, and she followed it up with a comment. Investing in Lagos State is becoming more scary. I told her I understand, ma. I understand 100% your fear. But demolition of buildings in Ajao Estate was not a tribal thing. It was way beyond tribal war. Those 13 buildings were sitting on a committed land. If you want to learn about committed properties, I'll be dropping a video after this one about committed free or committed property. But those properties were sitting on committed land. In fact, they were government acquired properties, so they are not residential houses. Were not supposed to be erected. Why? Because there's already a fuel pipeline passing through those properties. So all those residential buildings were not supposed to be standing in that location in Ajao Estate, right? So that property was not, those properties that were demolished, it is very painful, I understand. Those properties were worth over 200 million naira. Each of them were worth over 200 million naira. Now, you are looking at your house, your home, being brought down to nothing, being brought down to sand, right? It is really very painful, and that is why you should perform your due diligence before you invest in any property. I repeat, before you invest in any property, perform your due diligence. If you want to know the importance of due diligence, the significance of due diligence, and how to carry out due diligence, there's a link somewhere. Click on the link. It will take you to my video where I explain what to expect during due diligence and the importance of due diligence and how you should carry out your due diligence. But for the case of this video, we'll be talking about properties, real estate that are still located in viable locations that can promise you returns on investment outside Lagos State. Stay with me as we run through this video and you'll be learning a lot. And this video is majorly for informative purpose and educative purpose. I'm not selling any product in this video. It's majorly to educate you on the property to choose outside Lagos State, off Lagos State. So this client went further to tell me that, performer, I need your professional advice. Do you have properties somewhere where I can invest and get as much returns on investment as possible, just as Mr. Emeka's property? Now, note that Mr. Emeka acquired property from me or bought property through me in January 2022, and in December 2022, the property was already having over 200% appreciation rate. Now, the property was selling at 5,250,000 naira. In December 2022, the property was already selling at 15 million naira. And this other client knows about this property, but she didn't invest at the time. So she wants to invest in a property that would guarantee her as much returns on investment as possible. So I quickly clicked on my search engine or my search button and went in to search for a property for her, because that is my job. I get to the very best deal of real estate investment. So I activated my search button and I went in and searched for a property for her. And this is why I am making this video today, to tell you that aside Lagos State, aside Abuja and aside Port Harcourt, there are still locations, very promising locations, where you can own real estate investment and enjoy at least 90% returns on investment within 1 year, within 12 months. So stay with us, stay with me in this video. I'll be bringing you a lot of information about viable location, keeping in mind 3 factors to a profitable real estate investment, because this my client is also looking at investing for land banking. So she's looking at property in a very viable location, a property she can sell within 5 years, within 3 to 5 years. So she's looking at property that can appreciate very fast and she can get back her return on investment. So I found something very, very beautiful, very suiting, very interesting for her. And after she made that investment, she was very, very happy. So stay with me in this video, because I will be running you through investment opportunity, real estate investment opportunities that are off Lagos State. Just a little tip, I'll be saving the best for the last. Remember, in my previous video I talked about 3 top secrets to a profitable real estate investment. Now, on my search for a profitable real estate investment for this client, I stored in my mind and make sure I activated in my mind these 3 top secrets, and I made them my units of measurement, right? So I stumped several cities, I made calls, I asked questions, I made research on locations that were viable, and I came up with something very juicy. Now, before I dive into this particular location, I want to inform you that whatever I say in this video are subject to verification, because why I chose this location for this client is because I've had 10 years experience in this particular location. In fact, this particular location was where my family relocated to in 2006. So I have first-hand information about this particular location. So I know what I'm saying when I'm telling you about this particular location. This particular location is very interesting. At the rate at which properties are really appreciating in this particular location, they are really very interesting to note, right? So if you are an Igbo person and you are scared of investing in Lagos, if you are from southeast, or you are scared of investing in Lagos because of the whole tribal sentiment that has come into play of late, you should make sure to watch this video till the end, because this is your next big investment. This is your next big real estate investment being added to your real estate investment portfolio. Now, I am talking about no other location than Asaba. A lot of interesting projects are happening in Asaba. A lot of interesting activities are happening in Asaba. In fact, Asaba is an emerging city right now. You know how Ibejuleki is an emerging city? The same way Asaba is an emerging city in Delta State. And don't forget that Asaba is a capital city of Delta State, and Delta State is an oil producing state. So at least this will give you an instinct or an insight on why Asaba is a very promising location for your real estate investment. Now, there are 3 main reasons. There are 3 main factors, elements why Asaba is a very viable location for your real estate investment. Number one, Asaba is a well-planned and well-structured city. I used to call Asaba a self-con because Asaba is a very, very concise city. You can actually drive around Asaba in a day, not on literal term, but exaggerating. You can actually drive around Asaba in one day, right? Why? Because there's no traffic in Asaba, there is no nuisance in Asaba. Asaba is a very well structured, well planned, and a very beautiful city with a lot of infrastructures to aid your daily living. So Asaba is a well structured city and well planned city. Number two is the presence of several economic developments and infrastructures in Asaba. To surprise you to note that a lot of infrastructures are really emerging in Asaba, a lot of infrastructures ranging from Film Village, which is in Anwai Road, leading to Woru. Now, this Film Village is still under construction. We have shopping malls, we have ShopRite, we have Spa, we have Gap's shopping mall, we have cinema, we have bar, we have Shrine. Now, Shrine is a bar or a lounge, a clubhouse owned by Chief Kobana Chief Priest. Now, for Kobana Chief Priest to invest in Asaba, that is telling you that there is a gold waiting to be mined in Asaba. In fact, investors are mining these golds already. This gold already. So you see, real estate investment in Asaba is really promising. Now, also amongst these infrastructures are hotels, lounge, I mentioned bar, schools. We have in Asaba St. Bridget's School, secondary school. We have St. Patrick's. We have St. Felix Seminary School. We have Anwai Campus, a branch of Delta State University, Abraka. We have Anwai Campus right on Anwai Road. We have Federal Technical College in Ibuzo. We have Federal Government Girls College in Ibuzo. We have several other schools, standard schools, very high standard schools. We also have the Asaba International Airport. We have markets, modern markets in Asaba. We have the electrical market, we have the motor spare parts markets, we have Oko market, we have Obogonogo market, we have several markets, new markets that are springing up in Asaba. And I will give you a little secret. This is because a lot of people from Onitsha are migrating to Asaba. That information I will give you on a later date or a later time. But for this, there are so many infrastructures in Asaba. We have also companies and industries in Asaba. We have the Shore Life Pharmaceutical Company in Asaba. We have Rich Tech Roofing Sheets, amongst so many other industries and companies in Asaba. So there are so many companies, there are so many infrastructures and development putting up their precision rate of properties in Asaba. I will not also fail to mention that we have the presence of we have a bridge newly constructed or still under construction in Koka roundabout, making it easy for motorists to access every part of Asaba, because Koka is actually in the middle of Asaba. You can access Nnebuisi Road, you can access Ibuzo, you can access Anwai Road, you can access Summit, you can access actually Usel Asaba. In fact, those days when I travel from Lagos to Asaba, once I get to Koka Junction, I know I've gotten home. Why? Because Koka Junction is right in the middle. It's just a connection to all the roads in Asaba. So there's a major bridge construction in Koka Junction ongoing right now. It is really amazing at which properties are are appreciating in Asaba, and I'm going to tell you why, the major reason these properties are appreciating in the third factor, or the third reason why properties in Asaba are really appreciated. Part 3, which is the most important or the most interesting, is the effects of the second Niger Bridge. Now, the second Niger Bridge has really changed the face of Asaba, and I'll tell you why. And whatever I'm mentioning right now, it's a first-hand information because it's something that I experienced, and it's an information that I have, an information that I know like the back of my palm. In previous years, so many people, like we were living, my family was living in Onitsha at the time, and in 2006 we relocated to Asaba, and my parents' businesses were still based in Onitsha, so we had to fly from Asaba to Onitsha to access our means of livelihood. And at the time I was assisting my mom in her shop. So sometimes when we wake up in the morning, especially during the festive period, during December period, we'll know that we have it in our mind that we are trekking, we are walking, and we are walking across the bridge that day. So you will leave your house, you just take a bike from your house to the junction, and right from there you start your journey. You walk from your junction in Asaba across the bridge before you take another bus to the market where you have your business. So many persons moved in to Asaba, right? So many persons that own businesses in Onitsha, because Onitsha is crowded and very busy. People want a place they can relax after the daily stress, which Asaba can assure you that Asaba gives you that on a platter of gold. So many persons moved into Asaba because of the stress of this traffic that usually obstructs motorists from accessing Asaba, or businessmen and women from accessing Onitsha markets easily. So many persons could not handle the stress or the sufferings. So many of them, so many people that moved into Asaba relocated back to Onitsha. While some of them actually relocated to Oka, while some relocated to neighboring cities or communities in Onitsha like Oba, Nnewi, and so many others, Obosi, and so many others. Now, there is the second Niger Bridge, and see what the second Niger Bridge does. Everybody coming in through Ore, once you get to Asaba, you have an option either to go through the second Niger Bridge or go through the first Niger Bridge. Now there is an option for you. Guess what? Everybody, all those people that moved back to Onitsha that couldn't endure the suffering, all of them are moving back to Asaba. And also remember that during the December period, the second Niger Bridge was open for motorists to use, for travelers to use. So to some extent, the second Niger Bridge is functional, right? In fact, it is accessible right now. So the effect of this second Niger Bridge is that if you are going to Imo State, you're going to Port Harcourt, if you're going to Abia, you're going to Oba, or those axes in the east, you don't need to use the first Niger Bridge, you just need to use the second Niger Bridge, right? So if you've traveled during festive period, you know what I'm talking about. There used to be massive traffic on the first Niger Bridge, but because of the presence of this second Niger Bridge, this traffic has reduced drastically. Now, there is also a very vital information I would like to share with you if you give me a call, because this information, I can't put it out on the public. It's going to cause a lot of trouble, right? So if you need a consultation, a further consultation on why you should choose Asaba, you should add a property in Asaba in your real estate investment portfolio, you should give me a call for a consultation, because I have more information to share with you. give me a call 091-3444-5696 or send me an email on performal@gmail.com. I'll be walking you through a consultation section, an intensified consultation section on why Asaba, beyond all of this I've mentioned, why Asaba is still a very viable location. And if you're asking, but then Asaba is not still the East, I will tell you why I chose Asaba over certain other locations in the East. So give me a call for an intensified consultation on why you should choose Asaba for your next real estate investment. That is if you are scared of investing in Lagos State. My name is Perpetua, lead consultant, Performer Realty Limited, real estate marketing company that is committed to walking you through making informed investment decisions as well as assisting home buyers through acquiring their dream homes. We have served a lot of clients, a lot of investors. We have held their hands and walked them through acquiring the best investments of both investors in Nigeria, Nigerians in Nigerians, and investors in diaspora, or Nigerian investors in diaspora. So I am your best call when it comes to real estate investment, both in Lagos State and Asaba. I have the very best investment for you. Also note that this client that I sourced for property for in Asaba, she bought a property, and guess what? Right now, that property has enjoyed over 50% return on investment in other 3 months. So I am your best shot when it comes to real estate investment. If this is your first time of coming by my video, please do well to hit the subscribe button, and welcome to the Performer family, where we'll be giving you a lot of information and educative content on real estate, money, finance, investment, so that when you're making real estate investment, you're making the very best decision. Click on the like button, share this video with a friend who wants to invest in a very valuable location, a promising location aside Lagos, Abuja, or Port Harcourt. Also, leave a comment below if you have an opinion about this video. Leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, tell me you enjoyed this video in the comment section. Click the subscribe button and hit on the notification bell so that when I post any video, any informative video or educative video of real estate matters, money, investment, or finance, you'll be the very first person to be notified. Until I come your way next time, keep staying informed and keep investing in real estate. Bye for now.